Hello, so hopefully you can hear me all right with this mask on. I thought it'd be funny to wear it with the helmet as well, because it's actually quite easy to wear the East German helmet with masks. And this came today, so I thought it'd be worth showing it in the stream. So this is the Scott AVIVA 40. So there's two models of AVIVA. There's the AVIVA 2 and the AVIVA 40. This is the 40 because you can put 40mm filters on a half face mask. So this is the one that Laser Point Productions recommended me to get, and he donated a bit. So there we go. I wouldn't mind Shot Zombie, but you did give me a very nice one yesterday, so don't worry about it. But, you know, it's quite nice actually having a helmet that goes with a lot of this stuff. No, it's East German. East German M56. Hopefully you can hear me all right with this one. Tell you what I'll do, let me flick off that air purifier so you'll have less fan noise in the background. There we go. But yeah, the cool thing is there's actually a feature on this with the exhale valve. If you push that bit in there, it's designed for pressure checking. I quite like it so far, Chris. I'll show you the things. So the straps, it's similar to a 3M strap, but the rear strap on this is actually a lot better because it's a weird design. It's like two key kind of things. All you do is you stretch them, put them through. Oh, and I fucked it up then when I actually tried to demonstrate it. But the idea is that you put them through, then twist it, which now, for some reason, I can't seem to do. There we go. And it seems a bit more secure doing it that way than the 3M little clasp. I don't think that would break as easily. Let's see how it feels with a 40mm filter on the front to do with the weight. I might have to sort these straps out at some point because annoyingly they are like, you know, tangled around like these half face masks seem to do, which cuts into your cheeks a bit. But so as you can see, just a standard 40mm thread on here. So let's have a look for a decent sized filter. Now this is basically an NBC filter. So no, West Germany just had US M1 helmets, so I've got an M1 clone, but I don't actually have a West German one. So there we go, it's pressurized. So it's actually for a half face mask, not really pulling away from my face all that much. Yeah, well, industrial and like stuff like that. This particular one, because I bought it new, was manufactured 04/2019, meant to last 5 years because it says 04/2024 on there. Made in UK. Well, if that's true, that's actually kind of cool. So, what do they reckon it works against? Well, actually, that's more just telling you the different filter types, isn't it? Because, of course, Scott are only going to say it works for their filters. If I'd had the other variation of it, that would be the one that would work with, hang on a second. These filters. So yeah, the regular AVIVA 2 is the one that takes these filters, and then the AVIVA 40 takes 40mm. That's why I wanted this one. I think that happens to be just a name, AVIVA. Yeah, I've got two British Mark II helmets, as far as I'm aware. A load of British Mark IIIs or Mark IVs. The Mark VI, the Mark VIA, and the Mark VI-7. So if I just show you something, let's get the helmet off a moment. Well, I'll just undo the chin strap. I don't need to actually take the helmet off. Well, I do actually to get the mask off, but right. That's cool, train man. So there we go. Right, so with this, you can probably see here that they use the same face piece essentially, because that would be where you'd have the two screws for the one that's like a 3M style one, the Scott 2 or whatever they call it, the AVIVA 2. And then I guess the 40mm bit is where they have the exhale valve on the thing. Yeah, I'll take that off now just to give my face a rest. I'll put the helmet back on. So I like the East German helmet. I'm afraid I can't because I've got one as well. Well, that's an East German one. Do you have the other one shot zombie as well? I assume you do. Do you have like Warsaw packed copies of the Russian tank helmets? As well as just, like the actual Russian ones as well. But yeah, this does seem quite good, the thing. Again, it's not a cheap mask, because new, these are £25 to £30, but again, that's a new mask, isn't it? And for an actual good mask like that, also it's quite good because this one has like you can probably see there, like a good actual nose shape to it, rather than it being one that's quite broad, so you have to do the top strap up quite tight. I assume this will probably mold to your nose a bit as well as you use it, because they said something like about a pinch seal feature on this. My Avon CT12, if I could only have one gas mask, that's easy. I'll have a look at the instructions in a second for the AVIVA and see if it says anything interesting in there. Oh, cool, loads. The French tank helmets have been showing up on the UK eBay recently, so I've been kind of tempted to get one. Okay, cool, what's this? There's a plastic thing in here. Oh, is that a bag to put the mask in? I assume that's what it is. I could put that on the wall, but I'm not a massive fan of Scott, just to say. I saw some of the helmet pictures, yeah, shot zombie, they look nice. I mean, I can't really tell the difference between those. But yeah, there's a Scott bag included. So I guess you could inhale carbon dioxide if you wanted to, like the escape hood. But I quite like the Leclerc, although doesn't it actually reverse fast and it goes forwards, which sounds like a very French tank, that's a joke, by the way, in case anybody couldn't tell. Yeah, so is that right? Let's see, it's an actually decent size instruction manual for this. Let's see what's... Oh, I hope it's not one of those massive unfold ones. I think it is. Yeah, it's a massive unfold one, not a proper instruction manual. So, yeah, obviously it tells you there how to tighten it in case you didn't know how to tighten a mask. I'm not going to have any fan mail stuff because I don't have a PO box. And it's saying that you can pressure check it with the filter and with the little button, which makes sense, positive and negative pressure check. Limitations of use. Make sure you fit test it. Facial hair or clothing can prevent a good seal. In confined space, because of risk of oxygen deficiency or presence of heavy oxygen displacing gases. In explosive, flammable, or atmospheres that are immediately dangerous to life, as in if the area explodes, the mask won't protect you. Yeah, it's just loads of different languages in there, but what we've learned is that it tells you how to tighten the straps. Is that about the tank night vision stuff you're on about, where you're on about damage your eyes? Because I didn't see a previous comment there. Chainmail stuff. I suppose I could get some chainmail at some point if I find a good place that does riveted chainmail rather than butted mail. Spanish gas mask helmets? Unfortunately, no. I don't. I know a load of Spanish helmets were Stahlhelms for a while, but no, I don't have any Spanish gas mask helmets. I've never seen any for sale. Have I missed? Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, Aidan. Yeah, I missed your earlier comment. Have I seen the PN? Yeah, I know what it is because Shot Zombie's got one. And I've seen them for sale before, but I've got a Night Fox, which is like a digital Gen 0/1 night vision thing. And hopefully at some point I'll get my Gen 1/2 night vision from Russia. But the problem is they've not given me any tracking info, so I'm just going to have to hope it turns up. So there's that. But yeah. The thing is, those old Soviet night vision things for vehicle crews are so outdated because they require you to obviously have a massive IR floodlight to use it properly. GP5 and PMG2. Well, I can literally show you that. GP5 is that one. GP5M/PMG2 is that one. So it's the voice diaphragm and ear holes. That's the difference. And that's just talc. Just give the mask a washout, Oliver, and then it'll be fine. Don't forget to like the stream, everybody, because apparently there's 12 likes and 26 people watching. Yeah, annoyingly, a few years ago, there was a Spanish Stowhound for sale for like £40 with a liner, and I wish I bought it. Because Stowhounds are normally really expensive, even if it's not the German ones. So, yeah, I wish I got that Spanish Stowhound, but I didn't. Speaking of something I need to clean out before I wear it, I bought another MM1. So I've actually got the MM1B now with this kind of thing, because my others are MM1As with, you know, like the leathery kind of bit there. But yeah, it's a bit dusty, so it needs a clean out. Tell you what, why not? It will go well with the East German mask, helmet even. If I start coughing, it's because I'm inhaling dust for a bit. Obviously, I need to actually shave, although I'm tempted to only shave like there and see if I can actually grow a proper moustache, because I've not tried for ages. I might end up just shaving it off because I always get annoyed, you know, like where it's bum fluffy before you get the full moustache. Oh, that's amazing. Shots on be getting one for $5. I didn't see a previous comment, Train Man. Oh, you got a Martini Henry bayonet. That's very cool. Movember. Is Movember the thing where you on purposely don't shave, Peach? Or like some sort of charity thing? I've got a few bayonets, but sadly not loads, because in the UK it's quite hard to... Well, we were just on about that just now, Leshan, unless you weren't listening. Or it only just come on. So, yeah, all right then. I'll definitely do that in November. I've got an excuse then, but I might see if I can get it to grow then. But my genetics don't let me grow a beard, basically. Even though I think my dad can. But yeah, I can basically grow a neck beard and a bit of beard there. But hopefully I can at least grow a moustache, because I at least like the look of moustaches. Yeah, so what I can do is have it shave it to there, probably. I obviously won't have one like that for obvious reasons, but you know, I'll probably try and shave it to like there. But yeah, I won't do that, but maybe that. Right. As much as I should have given it a proper clean out first. Oh, it's size 1. That's good, because the seller said it was small, but they only had smalls in stock. But technically there's size 0 as well, isn't it? So it's not tiny. Right. I'm going to regret this if there's loads of dust and spiders inside. Oh, it fits me all right. Yeah, my eyes don't quite line up with the bits they're meant to, but it's not awful. There we go. Just pull it down. What the MM1s, Peach, you can get these for about £10 at the moment. I can link you on Twitter if you want a bit later. Yeah, they're not very much MM1s, but I've got one on display over there with the tank mask on it. And I've also got one on the mannequin out there. Because it's a good design. That's why the helmet's like this, because it's more likely to stop a bullet, actually. You know. Alright, if you're not on Twitch tonight, hope you feel better soon, Mike. I'll Be watching a film then tonight. eBay, but that was years ago I got that. I think the Tissot tubes are different, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, the Tissot tubes are wider on the B model, see? Yeah, so the Tissot tubes are a bit different as well. As far as I'm aware, the XL valve assembly is the same style one. Well, with Shot Zombie, with the Soviet masks, I at least understand the sizing to that. Because although the sizes can vary slightly on masks, they still always use that 0 to 4 system, although I think some masks don't always have a size 4 and some don't always have a size 0. They're just mask qual ABE filters. FP211 is the technical name, Vista. No, I'm not putting on the GP5, Boris. This is a more interesting mask than the GP5 anyway. Soviet MM1B. So, it literally means membrane mask, apparently. Generally, it's down to the filter, not the mask, how much effort it takes to breathe in. Yeah, I just bought another one, so I've actually got an MM1 I can wear regularly. Because where I've got the other one on display, it's a pain in the arse too. Well, my other two on display. It's a pain in the arse if ever I want to wear this one to actually, you know, get it done. If you're interested in the voice diaphragm on the Soviet mask, there you go. It's that just membrane there. It's probably going to cross thread if I try and do this without taking the mask off. But there you go. That's the Soviet voice diaphragm system. Didn't Hitler not want it as well, Shot Zombie? Yeah, I might buy another tanker helmet at some point. Let me have a look on eBay. I want to see if I can find the soft foam ones. Oh, thank you very much, DJ. Right, I'll get one out and show you. Also, if you want a Discord invite, because you've donated, drop me your Discord ID, and I'll sort you one out. Let me show you a drinking tube as you have donated. Okay, yeah, so because Hitler was funny about a lot of things, that might not have been the case with the M56. Right, but yeah, the interesting thing as well is, do you have an M54 stout helm? Because they're pretty rare, aren't they? But I really like the look of that one. I think it's the M54 stout helm. Let me Google it. Yeah, it is M54 stout helm, the one I'm thinking of. Because East Germany used that for a bit as well. Here we go. Somebody wants over €1,000 for this one. But that's the thing I'm thinking of, Shot Zombie. Because I'm pretty sure Nazi Germany had a design like that as well near the end of the war. Yeah, 1944, 1945 prototype helmet. So yeah, this is the one that, to me, it looks more like East Germany directly kind of copied that one. And then, you know, obviously, then later on went to the M56. Oh, cool, you have an M54 parade helmet. Just go on eBay, Vista. You might find FP5s easier. Right, let me DJ N7, show you a drinking tube system. I can actually show you a working one, although I won't drink through it, but I can demonstrate how they work. Right, I'll get an S10 down. Bear with me one moment. Knocking shit off my shelf as usual. Right. So here's the S10, and in my room somewhere, I should have the S10 canteen, if I can spot it. I'm hoping I can spot it, because the S10 canteen, yeah, there it is. Just a bit of water in here, but it's been in there for a while, so I need to probably clean this out. Thanks, Mike, if we had a spammer. So, how they work is there's specialized lids to the drinking bottles. So hopefully you can see that. What I'll do is I'll also take the lid off. Oh, that's a cool shot, zombie. So yeah, how these things work is essentially you have got a specialized lid to the canteens, and this will be on pretty much all drinking tube systems for masks. They all do this. They might do variations of it, but it will apply to all masks, basically. You have a specialized lid that the drinking tube connects into. So the idea is it has a valve in the lid that's sealed. Then what happens is you get the drinking tube from your mask and you push it in. So it's essentially like a key going into a lock. When that goes in there, you might have just heard a very faint hiss then. What it does is that's now opened the thing. So stuff can now go through there, basically. So what you do is you'd have this attached to the canteen. You turn your canteen upside down, hold it up like that so gravity feeds it, and then you suck with the straw that's inside the mask. So you can probably see that straw there. If I turn the thing, it should be a bit more visible. Pull that strap up. Yeah, see that? So how it works is obviously you put the drinking tube in your mouth by turning a little bit on the front of the mask. You'd hold the canteen up with that like that, and then it will feed through. So that's exactly how a drinking tube system works. Again, some models of masks use slightly different ones. Some require you to like open a little valve on the thing. But again, I'm not going to drink this because, as I said, I need to clean out this canteen. But that's exactly how it works. The interesting thing, actually, something really interesting. Oh, I wonder, because I can demonstrate one if this works. Right. So here's my Scott M98. Now, let me find a canteen for this, because I've got the canteen for it somewhere. I think it's probably in this box. I hope it is. I don't want to have lost the canteen for my M98. Where is he? Bear with me one moment. No, I've not got it in that box. Where have I put it? I thought I'd have had it down there somewhere, but I can't spot it off the top of my head, which is annoying. Oh, there it is. Right, cool. I found it. So, apparently, a really cool thing Chris was saying is that the M98 canteen and the one the M95 uses, the actual thing for it, like the lid, apparently fits other canteens because they use the standardized thread on this one. So let's try that. Actually, annoyingly, I don't think this will fit this canteen because it's a male thing on the lid, isn't it? You said it will fit most water bottles. Let me just see if I've got anything handy. Like a standard drinking bottle kind of thing. But I think it's more like the bigger Coke size bottles, not like the little things. But if you actually want to see this mask and the drinking tube system, I can show you that as well. Right, this canteen's empty, but I'll show you how this one works because it's a bit different. Let me just put that back on there. Right, so with this one, how this system works. Basically, yeah, there's specialised canteens for each mask. It's generally the infantry canteens made for each army are always compatible with their gas mask. So, like in Britain, the S10 and the FM12 have the same drinking tube system. I don't know if the Avon M50 one's the same. I can check that actually. But there's like a standard US style one that some of the masks have. Like the Czech M10M has just a direct copy of the US one. Same with the Soviet PMK. So how this one works is it has a little cross thing on there and a cross thing on there. And they literally push into each other, if I can get it in properly. Have I put them together properly? Let me have a look. But essentially, this one is like again, if I had water in the canteen, it might be a bit easier because I could try drinking through it. But tell you what, I'll quickly do. I'll put this mask on. I'll put a bit of water in this canteen, and like fresh water, and we'll give it a test because that hasn't had water in it, so it's not like there's some gungy old water in it. So let's have a look. Right, let's try and do this without spilling it everywhere. I don't know how successful I'm going to be. There we go. I'll just put the lid on this other canteen so I don't spill that everywhere. So what you do is put the lid on there. So you'd normally, sorry Daniel, you'd normally obviously have a canteen totally filled with water, but it doesn't matter for feeding the mask. Right, so you put your mask on. And the good thing is the voice diaphragm, seeing as I fixed that on this mask, doesn't buzz as much now, so you'll be able to hear me easier. The annoying thing is this top strap at the moment is being a bit awkward. Let me try and tighten that one again. There you go. Right, so I'll use this bit to turn this to get the drinking tube into my mouth properly. That's how it's meant to work. Yeah. There we go. Right, drinking tube's in there. So then what you'd do is you would connect this into there, which isn't always the easiest thing to do. And yeah, that's me drinking the water out. So yeah, this canteen I actually like. There's not even a drinking tube on this one. You literally do that with your head. Alright, let's get that drinking tube that's all salivary out my mouth now. I've seen the film ages ago, Iron Man. I haven't watched Mike's review of it yet, but I've seen the film ages ago. But yeah, that's how the drinking tube works on this one. And the Scott M95 as well, I think. It literally is the same system on both. But a, one where the bottle directly pushes into the thing. Also, another fun fact of drinking tubes, if you want that, like Shots that he's doing his fun facts of East German stuff. With the, what was I going to say? Polish canteens. You can attach Polish canteens to Israeli masks for some reason. They use the same fitting as the Israeli ones. Well, it's not really a gimmick, is it? Because the thing is that you would need to hydrate yourself if you are in a situation where you need to wear an NBC suit and a gas mask for quite a long time. The idea is you shave your hair off. That's why people in the military generally have short hair. It depends on the type of mask. An NBC tent kind of thing does exist. There's some companies that do kind of literally what you said, an NBC tent, where you then have filters attached to a big air pump that blows air continuously into it to make a positive pressure thing. Yeah, go ahead, because the M56s are cool. I'll put mine back on. Are you trying to be German, Daniel? So you can't say the in German? It takes quite a while to warm up in this one. I don't know if it's double walled, but see if I can show you without spilling it. But it always seems to stay cold for a while, this flask. Yeah, you can cut your own hair email quite easily. Get some scissors or a razor blade or a knife and just hold your hair and do that. You can cut it like that. It's not a particularly neat way of cutting it, but it works. Yeah, that sounds good. Disturbing, Daniel? Yeah, well, the M15 is a very good mask. It's not too wide, Iron Man. The thing is, it wouldn't have good ballistic properties if it wasn't this wide. Because the problem is, if they'd made it like this shape, then it wouldn't be as good ballistically. You know, if it was like that. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I don't have the parade version, but the M56 I have does have sponge in it at the front and back. Yeah, sadly, YouTube won't let me. The thumbnail was just the one when I first started the stream, but right, I've only got one more helmet in my room, so I can be very careful and see if this one goes on as well. It's that way around, isn't it, technically? There you go. Oh, okay, it's literally a kitchen sponge then, not like that kind of foam sponge. That's interesting. Let me Google East German sponge then. East German sponge helmet. Ooh. What would I search to find that? Yeah, it's not all that secure having this many helmets on. Because the M56 is wider, I'm just wondering if I can... Anyway, I'll put that Polish fire helmet down a minute. So let's put this one on first. The thing is, I'd have to adjust the liner, wouldn't I, on this to... No, I don't collect any medals. The only medals I've got is an Iron Cross my granddad gave me that he found in World War II, and a Chernobyl Liquidators medal. What is a good price for an XM28? Well, I don't know in the US. In the UK, they're very hard to find, so mine was like £100. I think that would work fine, but I've not got it handy in this room. But yeah, the Kevlar filler stuff you can fit in a lot of helmets. Probably gas, because fallout on its own can be blocked with, just a particulate filter. Yeah, the issue is as well, it wouldn't do much, would it, if it hit you there? I mean, if something fell from above, it might work. Yeah, I've got a Mark IV Osprey vest, but I've not got the ceramic plates for that. I've got an ECBA with the plates. It's not illegal to own a tank and stuff like that, but it is illegal to own certain firearms without a license. You could own, all right, cool, have a look now, shots on me. But yeah, you can own like Lee Enfields and stuff like that are activated if you've got a Section 1 firearms license, but I don't have a Section 1. That's why that one's deactivated. Oh yeah, it is literally like cheap sponge, isn't it? Looks almost like moss. Yeah. Weird. No, my dad used to collect coins, but he sold all his coins a while ago because they were worth quite a lot as like gold and silver. You can't what email? The Mark 6A is actually alright, Iron Man, because the Mark 6A, this one, as much as I still don't like the liner strap system, the Mark 6A is actually Kevlar, so it would give you a decent amount of protection. I don't really like the look of it, other than it looks a bit sci-fi, but at least the actual Mark, if I can get this strap to loosen. As I say, at least the Mark 6A actually offers, decent head protection. Oh, so you just gave loads of lead, did you, and scrap metal for a BMP? I'd do that if I could get away with it. Probably is. So yeah, fun fact, my East German helmet's actually more comfortable than this. I just thought I'd point that out, even though this is a lot more modern. But yeah, there's not an AR in the background. There's the FN FAL, which is the L1A1 SLR, so it was semi-auto only when it worked. But that's not actually... there we go. The liner system on this helmet just annoys me. There we go. That's kind of more how it's meant to work. But I just find them interesting. I've not really got any particular reason to find them interesting. I just find a lot of military stuff interesting. Gas masks are cool, and they tend to be a lot cheaper to buy than other things. Well, I've been getting more into helmets again recently, because recently on the UK eBay, there's been loads of helmets turning up in like the £15 to £20 price region. And I have figured out with helmets that I've got a couple of shelves where I can just stack them on top of each other like that. Yeah, modern Russian military ones, I think, offer better protection than a lot of the Kevlar 3A helmets the NATO ones are. And I mean, that's their Kevlar ones when I've seen ballistic tests done on them. Apparently, some of the Virtus stuff, or whatever it's called, is good. Some of it isn't. Again, the Virtus helmets are meant to offer quite good protection, but I know the vests, a lot of people are saying they preferred the Ospreys or ECBAs. So again, I think like all this stuff, because it's a big upgrade program, some of the stuff will be better, some of the stuff will be worse, some of the stuff will be, need alterations, and then it will be good. Yeah, it's a shame they still don't use the titanium stuff, because That'd be cool, especially if there was more and more of them turning up as surplus. A Mark 1, like a Mark 1 helmet or a Mark 1 gas mask, or what, as in the corrected English model or the English box respirator? Apparently they've had issues where with the Virtus stuff, the like straps have been ripping, haven't they? Why is that, Shot Zombie? Is it because they stop the bullet, but then the weight of the stuff doing it breaks your neck? Well, it's the same with me, JSC, but that's what I've read online anyway. That yeah, so technically the helmet's good enough. It's just the human body is too squishy. I don't know. The Mark 6A I kind of like the look of, and the regular Mark 6. What I'm going to do, the neck breaker. I want to open eBay at the moment and see if I can find the visor for my Mark 6, because my Mark 6, unlike the Mark 6A, although you can swap them across, actually has the visor mounts on it. And the thing is, the Mark 6 of its ballistic nylon filler and the shell they made it from is really, really tough. Just not good at stopping anything ballistically. But in terms of head protection, it's like better than a lot of Riot helmets. I didn't absorb a lot of the energy. So yeah, what I want to do with my Mark 6, if I can get the visor for not too much, is just convert it into a Riot helmet. There we go, British Army Mark 6 helmet visor. And that's $7.99. Right, let me just buy it now. I'll take my glasses off so people in the reflection can't see my address when I buy it. But yeah, that's not bad, and that should come next week. Right, cool. So I can actually transfer it over to this one if I want to, because you can fit the bits on each one. But yeah, my actual Mark 6 came with a visor mount installed on it. So I can actually put the, you know, like the folding Riot visor down on it. Are you talking to me, Avon? I'm in England, the UK. I thought that was quite obvious. No, you can't, Iron Man. I've put my glasses back on now, but I've already paid for it. But yeah, because see, if I look like that, the reflection on my eyes is not high resolution enough for you to read my bank details or anything like that. Oh, that's cool, yeah, because that's what I heard, Shot Zombie, that the modern Russian Kevlar helmets are actually really good. Or the Mark 1 tank is in the mother tank, the big old British ones. Oxfordshire, but I'm not saying any more than that. Well, they're both going to be a lot better than the A1, aren't they? The really bad L85, but I've never shot any of them, so I don't know. Why would I want to move to Northern Ireland? Not that I have anything against Ireland, but why would I want to move there? The Isle of Man is the one with the most liberal gun rights in all the UK, although I don't know how much the Isle of Man would be considered the UK. Yes, that's a good question, isn't it, Ema? That's an interesting idea, Iron Man. I mean, I don't know how effective it would be in terms of like cost and like how well it would work as a sleeping bag, but yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? It would stop some shrapnel if they were asleep. That's good, Oliver. I know the problem is with Australia is import costs if they're not in Australia. It's Sealand, the Principality of Sealand. That was the name of it, wasn't it? Yeah. I'd rather move to Sealand where I can live on an old oil rig or sea fort or whatever it was, and then walk around with a gun like the guy used to do. I'm going next year, hopefully, Chase. Well, sadly, I don't have a bunker, and I don't know any bunkers for sale that I could afford. If I could, I would just buy a bunker instantly, and that would be where I'd live. I don't know if you can actually move to Sealand. I know the guy used to let you buy like honorary titles on Sealand for like a £5 because they weren't actually really accepted anywhere. I was kind of tempted to do that, you know, like to be a Baron of Sealand. The FN 2000 is quite cool, but I don't know if it's actually the best. That's obviously debatable, isn't it? I think for most people, it's just what one they find ergonomic in a caliber they like, to be honest. What are you on about with chronology? Isn't that the order of things that have come out? I want to try the half face mask on with this helmet. I don't think the strap will do up, but I just want to try it because it might look quite sci-fi. Now, the thing is, Iron Man, I don't need my covert Kevlar everywhere. Well, saying that, though, I do actually have the gas mask that's worn with this helmet. So I'll put that on quickly while it's here. And I'll put this filter on it because it kind of looks fitting with it. With the S10, I always put it on this way, although you're meant to do it the other way technically, aren't you? But I always like doing the S10 this way. Mark 7 actually fits better with the S10 though than this one does, but it does sort of fit well enough. But the NBC ridge there gets in the way ever so slightly. I suppose you could actually do it that way, but then now that's uncomfortably tight. But it does still pressurize that way, so I guess it works. Yep. Everything now is in red. I don't know what that's called, Shot Zombie. I know there's, is it the Goodwin Sands, the one that wrecks all the boats? Because it's like a shifting sand thing. So sometimes there's like a sand island there and sometimes it's not. And it's killed like loads and loads of people through wrecking ships. If people are prepping for sensible reasons, it's good, or a hobby. If people are spending too much money on it and getting really paranoid, then obviously it's probably not a good thing. That's cool. I really want green lenses, but I've never seen any for sale. No, I've not been to Chernobyl, but I'd like to go next year. Chris has got the actual thing to properly look like Hunk now, because he's got the VPU for the FM12. So if you wear that with red outserts and the VPU, you actually really do look like Hunk from Resident Evil, because it's got, like, you know, that bit on the front there. Does Hunk have this helmet? I can't remember. Let me have a look. Or does he have a Pasket style thing? I know he has a Pasket. Yeah, it's just in what's it? They have Mark 6s, don't they? I was trying to think. The Call of Duty Modern Warfare. They all have the Mark 6A helmets on. Well, if I could get a 4x4 Iron Man, that would be better, but my car's good enough for on roads at least. What's a flea then, Shot Zombie? Because I'm assuming it's not like a flea that bites you. Any that would work for you. There's not the right answer to that. As long as you've got the right filter on it, organic vapor. That was the helmet just smacking into the thing. What I was going to do, where have I put my AVIVA? There it is. While we're crushing it, I don't want to do that with a brand new mask. I've got too much shit on the bed behind me there. No. Let's just get the straps the right way round before I put this on. Why is it that they always thread these straps wrong whenever you buy a mask? They always seem to have got them round the wrong sort of way. I don't think I've ever bought a mask where... I might just correct this now, actually. So it's the one on my right side, isn't it, that was the problem? Let me just have another look. Yeah, that's the one that's annoying me. Right, so what I want to do is quickly take this off the end of this bit. There we go. Pull this strap through there, and then put it back round the right way. Weird, because it does seem like it is the right way there. But, or is it on this side of it? It's the wrong way. Ah, yeah, it's on this side, isn't it? So I want to thread this all the way through there. Then I can untangle it that side. I'll come back to the chat in a second. I'm just obviously fixing that. Right, that's that one completely correct. Now what I need to do is thread this one through. This is always awkward trying to re-thread these things through, isn't it? That's me not thinking well enough before doing this. Oh, I can actually take that off to do it. Okay, right, good. So let's have a look. So what I want to do is obviously get this so that strap isn't going to turn this around. Let's try it like that. How do I get that back on? Have I got that bit round the wrong way now? Ah, yeah, that's why. It has to go around that way. Well, I've done this wrong now, haven't I? Yeah, because now I've taken that off to do that. I've threaded it through the wrong way. Right, I'll go back to what you're saying in the second shot, Zombie, because it sounds interesting. But, yeah, I'm now just trying to get this back together. Silly me, trying to fix a strap. On so many half-face masks I bought, one of the straps has been tangled. It's like the person in the factory does the exact same shit I'm just doing now, where they've not properly checked the, There we go. Now that other one's tangled, isn't it? Fuck's sake. Can I actually just get that corrected by taking that bit off there, though, and just doing it easily like this? Let's take both of these off and then I'll put them back together. Right, so what I want to do now is obviously get this one, then get this just nice and flush into the bottom bit of the strap assembly. then what I should be able to do is make sure this is fully untangled, because that's the problem, is you twist it like that while you're doing bits, and then that's how it goes wrong. Then I should be able to put this on there. There we go, that's clicked on, and now I mean, obviously in a second I'll have to adjust the lengths of these to get them back right, but they should now be correct. Is it correct? I hope it's correct. It still feels like there's a tangle on that one. I don't know if there is or not. Is there still a bloody tangle on that one? This is getting very frustrating to just simply put a strap on. You being anti-Semitic, Peach? Right, let's see if I can do it this time. Wish me luck. Here I go. If I can get this to click on. There we go. Now, is that correct? It better be correct. Well, I'm not going to be very happy. I assume so, Iron Man, but if it clogs the filter, then obviously you're not going to breathe for that reason, but it should be able to filter it absolutely fine. Why is that tangling around still? Or is it just because it's... This is annoying me now. I'll have to probably just do it off the stream, but I was hoping I could just reassemble it and show it you on the stream, but it always just seems to constantly keep tangling around. It might be I need to put this on the other way around, like facing down. Like that. Get that right back properly into there. There we go. Put that round like that. I think I've done it. Finally. Even though it should have been a simple thing. Right, there you go. Let's put that on my head like that. Pull it through. Is that correct, or is it still bloody turning? Maybe it's just the angle it comes in on the mask causes it to... Right, let me get the other bit attached. Put on my knee like my head, you say, Peach. What, so... do this. And then... yeah, you're right, that's a good idea, Peach. Well done, thank you. You're a smart man. I've never been in the military, no. I'm medically unfit to serve. Yeah, you're a very smart person, Peach, thank you. Because what I'm doing now, yeah, is just putting it on like that. And then I can, yeah, you're right, work out if there's a tangle. So it's just a bit difficult to do this because of the hope you like DIY how to untangle a strap on a gas mask stream, because that's what this has turned into now. But I'll be going off quite soon because it's like 59 minutes anyway. So there we are. That is that now finally the correct way around. Then what I can do is obviously put that on there like that. There we are. And that's definitely correct now. So if I pull this bit out the way. For fuck's sake. How has that happened? That side, what? The other side's correct now. So it's now somehow, even though that was fine just now. Right. This should still be on the right side because it was right just now. So let's just get that like that. There we go. Because the problem is I have to make sure it doesn't spin around, don't I? That's the issue. Because if it spins around like that, it goes wrong the second you do it. That is the problem. So that's the problem. It's because it keeps spinning around on my thing. Right. Ooh, look. There we are. Thank you, Peach. So now what I can do is get these bits on. Yeah, perfect. Then all I need to do is put these bits onto the straps, the little tie bits, like that one there. I'm trying to do it just by feeling it, so I don't, because I have to be careful when I not to get these bits done now. Right, okay, here goes. So, well, I suppose it's less important on the rear strap, but make sure that's nice and straight. Don't let it twist around. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream, everybody. So there we go. There's this one. See, it doesn't matter if it does it there ever so slightly, because that's not going to be pressing against my face. So it's not going to be irritating. And now this one. So that's totally straight. So put that through there. And then again, if it twists around there, it's not going to matter because it's behind my head. It will happen. There we are. So I've now fixed the irritating thing because of the quality control on the mask. Meant the guy in the factory couldn't be bothered to do that properly. So there we are. That mask is now correct. Good. So it said there was a thing on this about pinching the nose seal where you pinch it, but it's fine anyway. So yep. Peace at last. Yep. You're right, Peach. Peace at last. So now put that back on. And then we can finally do what I was going to do earlier until I got sidetracked getting the mask tightened up properly. I'm just going to get that a bit tighter behind my head. There we are. Get that bit nice and flush. Yeah, so you can at least wear it with this helmet. But I suppose helmets like this are going to fit on pretty much any half-face mask. I don't know why you'd want to put a GOST thread on it. I'm assuming because it's RD40, as in 40mm NATO, GOST filters would thread on absolutely fine, but most of the GOST filters I have contain asbestos, so there's no point in me actually putting them on. Yes, Peach, it did, thank you. Now I won't be happy, will I? Because what I'm going to have to do now is take this bit off, get that correct. Because the problem is you have to twist this bit to put it into the thing. But there we go. Sometimes it seems to twist and other times it doesn't. It's quite odd when you do the mechanism up, but I think that's because you have to twist it at the back. No, it's not a World War II katana. World War II katanas were dog shit anyway, because they were done en masse just for Japanese officers to have swords. But there we go. I'll fix that later on. It's frustrating as well to do it, Peach, because it's one of those things where you just want it to work, and it doesn't, because Anyway, I'm finishing now, so there we go. Yeah, what I will do is, now the stream has ended, while I'm watching a film, I might end up just correcting these straps, so then I never have to do it again. So what I'm going to have to do is make sure this is round that side, so those are correct. I mean, all I have to do on this one, surely, probably, is just get this one strap, get this bit off, then just put this on reverse. And I think that's all this one needs, which is quite simple, at least. Let me have a quick look. So, there's that one. As you can see, these straps aren't tangled there now anymore. Pull that through. I just need to get it sitting on my head in the right way. That one needs doing, doesn't it? But the right straps, I think, is fine. I've got one Japanese gas mask. Yeah, so it's this one now. So let's see if I can do it just before the stream ends. So take that off. Then this is going to have to go on the way, so this is facing backwards. I'm just going to try and start getting the bit in behind my head that way. I think I can do it easier in the sense of still, I think it's always going to be slightly tangled though, because you have to flip these back straps around, because that's the mechanism it works on. Just take the filters out, Keptech. Other than that, it should be fine. Yeah, Peach, you can't ever get these straps perfectly fine because of the system. Yeah, the issue is that with the back straps, as much as you can have them correct in the sense of both these bits facing backwards without the straps tangling, the issue is that because you have to twist these slightly to put them together because of the locking mechanism the straps use, I don't think it's ever going to be completely fine for that reason. I mean, there might be... I'll try taking one of these straps and just flipping it the other way again, because maybe it's just you have to have them opposite way rounds. That's a great price for an S10. Well done. All right, let's see if that works. I don't know why. This isn't designed for tear gas, though. This is literally a mask designed for industrial kind of use, like painting and stuff like that. You could always wear goggles of it separately. This strap won't do up now. You see, this is the problem. If you do one round that way, the issue is you literally can't win, because the problem is with the back strap on this one is, let me disconnect that now. For the thing to lock on properly, like that to lock there, the strap has to be one way around, not the other way around, otherwise it won't work. So the best laid plans of mice and men, you can't actually have the strap without the tangle anywhere. So if that one is going round like that, then this one, again, it's going to have to go through this way. So I'm going to try and get the tangle right at the end, so it's not going to touch my cheek as much as possible. But it's not twisted on my head, that's fine. That bit, again, that's just because you need to adjust the length of each strap when you've got it on. But so what I can do now, look, is obviously do this little bit to get that head bit the way I want it. So like that. So it's that this one needs to get pulled more. There we go. Again, you're never going to get a strap system like this perfect, but that's good enough. Oh, you could use cling film or something to cover your eye, yeah. But there you go, finally. Right, there we are. I'm ending the stream now. This mask is the name of the stream, the Scott AVIVA 40. But as you can see, I've basically reduced that bloody thing as much as possible and the mask still works. So there you go. I just wish the person who put it together in the factory had done that properly. But I've had so many masks though when the straps is tangled where they fed it through the strap system wrong. But there you go. Thanks, Iron Man. Thank you for the donation. Was it J7? The only annoying thing is you didn't say your Discord name if you had one. Because you donated, you can get into the server. But if you leave me a message on a later comment at any point, I will let you in. But yeah, see you all tomorrow. Hope you feel better soon, Mike. Good evening. Right. Night, everybody.